You got moves.
All right, so yeah, without further ado, we are officially back. I am back here with Lust, Recursion, Jest, and our special guest for this pod, Mirage. How you guys feeling after that first set of shows between Bear and Takeda?
That was fun.
Honestly, those two, that matchup was crazy. I mean, a 1 point matchup is always, 1 point difference is always cool to see, where they scored differently and things like that. So it was great to watch. I really enjoyed both shows and they're pretty different. So I'm excited for the rest of round 3, Should be epic.
Absolutely, it should be epic. Mirage, this is your first real taste of gloving in a while since you came out to 4KC and made it all the way to the semifinals. So, talk to me about what's going on through your head right now after this.
It's interesting to see, I'm only 2 shows in, but things are constantly in a state of flux and change. Nothing is permanent. So to see how styles in this thing that I've been doing for over 10 years or been around for over 10 years, it's interesting to see how it's continually evolving in places such as India, where homie's from, and watching Bear, the dude who took you out at a competition. It's interesting to see. It's like watching seeds of something planted grow into something. It's very interesting.
Definitely. I love it. All right. Well, for this episode, we're going to be taking a look at Geometric and Sike. So you guys have already seen Sike throughout this competition. He was in Group D, made it up through the redemption, made it into the redemption match for Group D, and then went on to place second in that, earning him the spot against Geometric. Geometric is a contender as well, so he won Seattle Boss, the last Seattle Boss, I believe, and just absolutely ran through everybody there. Completely and from what I understand from his online presence, I've seen a few of his videos, but I'm not an avid follower. His online presence is ridiculous, and he definitely always pulls a lot of attention and a lot of intrigue. Not just specifically nice show. It's that here, this, and timestamp, just a lot of crazy stuff. And I saw a video he posted recently, maybe in preparation for this, and I'm very excited for both of these matchups here. Before we get started, does anybody want to add to that on this match? Anyway, without further ado, I'm actually going to flip this, and we're going to start with Sike and then go into Geometric. So without further ado, here's Sike for round 3 of GFC.
Yeah.
The
I
little.
don't know what it was, but it was so sick. Like,
I can tell you what
Yeah.
he was doing. He was doing 2-point blow, right? So he's taking 2 different points and having them move between each other, but he's also rotating them around each other. Fucking crazy. But let's not forget about the most important part of that show. My man's was prepared for Mega Sloth,
He was.
and
Fortune with his name on it, right? Is that what I said?
yeah.
Mhm.
And he was like, it right as the song says, "Take it out of your pocket and defeat it," but he can't rip it up. So he
That was the funniest
right
call
now.
out I've ever seen in my life.
right now.
I love it. I love that shit. It's fucking novelty. It's yes.
This is what gloving is about. I don't care about the moves. I mean, the moves were great. He proud judge moment because he had so much complexity and so much style in the show.
It was amazing.
But that moment right there is what gloving's about, because I laughed out loud, and in my soul I was like, I was slow clapping in my soul during that moment, because it's so fun. The context, the song, the timing, the call out itself, the fact that he's making himself the butt of a joke again. Can we just give him the he wins. He wins the competition. In my opinion, he wins the whole competition right now. That's it. That's all there is.
Yeah. I would just like to. I said this in the redemption round, but I cannot stress this enough. How proud as coaches we are.
He's come
Because-
so far.
Yeah, I mean, like we've had Sike in classes before, for
A lot of classes.
Yeah.
A lot of classes.
I mean, so a lot of us have seen the progress, and just
He took notes.
Yeah.
He absolutely
Yeah.
took notes.
Oh,
he took
yeah.
his notes and he studied them.
No, I mean the complexity in that thing was nuts. Also, you know.
That was
Yeah,
that was
that's
awesome.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
It all
like
flowed together, too.
moves aside, the entertainment value was just top notch.
yeah. Let's
And then
let
also,
let's let
he
Adam
had
talk
the-
about the moves. I want to. We've literally
I'm
just
just so
gushed
excited
over the
about this
persona
one.
and the musicality. So I want to let Adam talk about the concepts, and I will just give him the floor to do so. So go ahead, Recursion. Let us talk to us about that complexity.
I mean, the complexity was all there. It was like, honestly, it's on par with what I would expect from anybody at this stage. This is a very good display of knowledge. I mean, he was able to use multiple instances of similar motions, but through different concepts, so he kept it fresh and new. He was able to, I mean, this is going to just side of it, but line it up with parts of the music that make sense. I mean, especially using the novelty of the fortune, you know, that in itself is an entertainment concept. You know, it's risky, but the way he flowed with it and made it work. I mean, the whole show felt like very thought out and intentional.
I would also like to say that the call out was actually pretty humble, because Mans
yeah.
thought he was gonna get third, and he didn't.
Mhm.
He didn't get third.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, he thought he was gonna lose the three-way battle.
He thought so.
and that's why he that's what that was. So like, yeah, give
Humility.
yourself
You love to
a
see it.
little more credit. Yeah, but
you definitely give yourself a little more credit, because you're my underdog vote at
Or
this point. to
don't
win the whole
because
competition.
it's working, or don't because it's working. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
William.
know. It's,
Shit, whatever's working.
you keep on going. That's all I gotta say. You keep on going.
before
Good job.
before we take a look at his opponent, Geometric, I Mirage, quick thoughts on the show.
It was entertaining to say the least. Of course, the call out's hilarious. I've been known to do some weird things in my shows as well and mess with the people that I give them to. So it's nice to see that. He had some really cool, like, technical little hand things that I'm not even going to attempt to imitate. yeah, I'm kind of at a loss for words. There was a lot in that show, and the way I look at things, I'm still sitting here digesting half of it, to be honest. So there was a lot of cool technical moments that I'm gonna attempt to copy and never use, anyways.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, you and I had conversations where you're like, yes, if you're giving me a light show, break my brain, please.
Yeah, that's
So-
what I'm a fan of. Like, musicality comes with.
Are you a Sike
loving
fan
music
now?
and stuff, you know what I mean, and moving your body to it. But I'm a puzzle head. Like, I've always been like that. Like, the people that I always looked up to in gloving, low key Gambit, like some of my best
Puzzle
friends,
kids.
like they always had
Puzzle
really
kids for life.
technical, crazy. It was like looking at clockwork, and so to see that and still being innovated and messed with is really fun for me.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm completely flabbergasted after that one. Let's take a look at Geometric.
I got $1 million deals in my DMs. You can bring your friends. Yeah, we can party all night like it's the weekend. See, I got everything you want, no pretend. She speak parlez-vous français, no English. But she fucking with the swag, no B-list. Yeah, she speak parlez-vous français, no English. Fucking with a nigga swag, no B-list. I got I got $1 million deals in my DMs. I got $1 million deals in my I got $1 million deals in my DMs. I got $1 million deals in my I got
So that was Geometric.
That's what you call a light show, bro.
Fucking computer.
It's funny how we were just talking right before that light show about the things that would need to be done. So I'm just gonna hand it to Lust, and you can do what you want with that.
I mean, I absolutely love that show. I think that's one of my favorite shows I've seen so far in this competition. So, but that musicality I felt was one of the best we've seen today. So, what do you think, Jess? Like, do you agree with that, or how did you feel he did with the musicality?
That's just an absolute fuck me up light show. The kind that I want when I'm sitting on the ground at the techno stage, at the festival. That's what I want in and around my face. You know what I'm saying? And it's because he beat matches super well. He's got both ends of the speed spectrum mapped out, and he switches between both the ends of the speed spectrum so seamlessly, and with every different kind of technique. It doesn't matter what technique he's using. He's able to do them fast and slow and every speed in between. And it's just like it's like that cartoon image of your eyes rolling around until they turn into bowling balls or whatever, and then roll out of your head. Yeah, that's what's happening here.
I would like to comment on one thing about that. You can tell how comfortable he is at every single speed. He knows exactly. He knows his exact limitations. He's like a Glover who can't see. Like if he's recording a video, and you asked him to make sure to stay in frame, he'd be like, "Yeah, okay, no problem," and would literally never ever go out of frame at all because he knows exactly how much room he has with everything. Just he absolutely knows how much room he has, and it is 10 out of 10. What makes this light show amazing? But
Yeah, completely agree. And then we talked about in the past episode that we saw some different style finger tuts from Bear, but Geometric really brings more dexterous positions, more so, your side of finger tutting, right, Recursion? So
Yeah.
what did you think about the complexity overall in his show and, those finger tuts he was throwing with clusters and all that?
I mean, his dexterity has always been something I have been just amazed with. I've known Geometric for quite a long time, and Jess, you are correct. Getting a light show from him at a festival is fantastic. It's exactly.
Experience, actually.
Oh, right, because you guys live in the same area, you have experienced this, so we're all now jealous of you at this moment.
Yeah, exactly.
He is a phenomenal Glover, and his comfortability with his concepts is phenomenal. I mean, the cleanliness he was able to execute with the complexity, having that depth perception play, but having it line up just perfectly every single time. I mean, I was looking for the slip ups. I could not find it. What a light show.
All right. Well, while the judges put in their scores, Mirage, quick comments, reactions to that light show.
It just felt like a good old non-GMO organic festival light show. You know what I mean? Like, just I'm cross-legged on the ground, and this dude's just putting my eyes through the ringer right now.
What I'm saying.
Musicality was on point. Like use of space, depth perception, the complexity of some of his finger tuts and grid movements. It was just solid. I need one of those in person if I ever,
God, I need a festival. Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
I need a festival first,
Oh,
With
man.
those fingers,
but a damn
IRL.
good light show. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we do have a winner. Moving on to the semifinals, to join Bear is going to be Geometric by 2 points. Coming in with 5, 4, and 9.
Damn.
4,
So that
4,
must have
and
been-
8.
Yeah, that must have been in recursion section.
Yeah,
'cause I had those boys tying.
Geometric killed it in recursion section, coming in
He really
2
did.
points ahead. And with
there was
a 9 in concepts too, and Takeda we also pulling that too. That's saying a lot for sure. Absolutely just amazing shows from both of these competitors here. Yeah. I don't know if we have words after that, but hot damn.
yeah. Bring in the heat.
Before we close out this episode, I do want to thank everybody here. Recursion, Jest, Mirage, and my co-host Lust. You guys are amazing. Does anybody have any last comments they want to add on either of these shows or just on this pod of matches so far?
I do actually. I just want to reiterate how important it is for anyone who's taking an L in this match, in this pod, in this round, to not let it get under your skin, because holy crap was their talent. Every single video was top-notch talent, and gloving is a by nature subjective artistic endeavor. So we're not trying to drop 20 bomb kills in Apex Legends here. There's no objectivity of when you get that 20 bomb. So just keep at it, just keep wiggling, and for the love of God, keep posting your content.
Just keep wiggling.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And thank you,
Wiggle away.
Tedward. Thank you, Tedward, for
thanks,
for
Teddy.
hosting and organizing.
Thanks, man. I like to make dope stuff happen. You know, I like to make cool things happen. So thank you guys for helping make it happen and for always helping with You Got Moves and with literally anything I ask you to. So thank you very much.
Love you.
Love you, Teddy.
And
We'll be
don't
back.
forget to check out You Got Moves on TikTok and subscribe to the YouTube and all that other stuff.
There you go.
Because we out here. We buying the
Absolutely.
gloving dip and we're going to the moon.
We out here.
Moon rocket ship, Lambo on the moon,
Lambo on the moon.
Lambo on the moon.
Tesla in orbit.
Elon,
Tesla
eat
in
your
orbit.
heart out.
Marcus doing big things.
Well, anyway, we'll be back. We'll be back with our next episode with Wonka and Blunt closing out this pod, and we will find out the third person of our first three-way battle of the semifinals. So once again, thank you to Lust, Recursion, Jest, and Mirage. We'll see you guys soon.
To